All right, the time is here. Take advantage. If you're interested in promoting your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News, music, brand, or even yourself, email me, Sam Ant at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com for more information. Don't wait. Let's go.
So E-Ness, he did an interview on CEO Nafisa's YouTube channel, and he talked about Diddy. Now he went on to say it's a smear campaign. That's what's happening with Puff. It's a smear campaign. And that's what they usually do if they go into your personal habit. Now he continued to say they start attacking your personal habits, your girlfriends, your exes. Then they try to find something to attack you through those vessels. He went on to say it's a classic rollout and pretty much, said it's similar things happening like those that happened to Bill Cosby, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, and R. Kelly. Eness holding no punches. Make sure everybody goes to CEO Nafisa's YouTube channel and checks out the full interview. But when we seen this, we definitely had to talk about it because we've been, one of the few. I haven't seen any other platform, not that I even checked for it, but that have been right down the middle with this Diddy thing. We haven't really, went with the mainstream media on an attack smear campaign. We just kept it down the middle and dealt with the information and said, all right, let's just wait and see what happens. But E-Ness said, look, no, I ain't never see nothing. He went on and doubled down on allhiphop.com's Instagram, and he said it's a smear campaign they doing Diddy like they doing Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, etc. Sam Ant, what's your thoughts for E-Ness taking a bold stance?
I'm sitting here trying to look up when Eness left Bad Boy. You figure he left, they started in the early 2000s. You figure he probably had like a 6 or 7 year run, Son and a Bad Boy, and then he was gone. Like, that's just assumed, right? I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. That was, 15, 16 years ago? A long time has passed. And since then, we've seen various artists come out about Diddy, about publishing. We've seen him come out about him taking this, doing that. Never once did we ever hear about any of these accusations that we hear about today. So I appreciate Eness for taking the platform and taking the stance and just standing on what he believes is real. Because it would be so easy for him to jump on a train of smearing Diddy. I'm sure, we've had him on a platform, and even in their not so good exit, he still did not go and go out of his way to trash Diddy, yep. Right? He talked about how he was blackballed in the industry after Bad Boy. He talked about his struggle in the industry, but never once did he throw stones at a man that gave him an opportunity at this shit. And for that, I applaud him.
Yeah.
We see a lot of negative things about Diddy over the years. We've talked about it ad nauseum. And for some reason, I feel like those reasons, combined with the accusations, people stir in a pot and say guilty. And we hear it all the time in the comments. We could say to we're blue in the face, we're not defending Diddy. But let's look at the other side. We're not doing this. And you got so much vitriol still. Yeah. We're defending this. We're doing that because people just hate this man so much. And they can't get out of the way of really understanding why I feel like he's guilty. Oh, no, he's guilty. Y'all know he's guilty. Nigga, did you see him?
Right.
We all there. How do you know? You don't know. And that's what we're trying to get down to. No one's absolving Diddy of any of the very shady behavior business-wise he's done in this industry. But let's not combine the two. And I'm glad that Eness didn't. And salute to the brother because he's one of the few handful of people who have done it. And I applaud him.
And like you said, man, like it would have been very easy for Ness just to he would have blew up. Yep. He would have got, blew up his YouTube channel. He'd have got 50,000, 100,000. He made a little bag off that. But he was an honorable, respectful OG. Yep. That's some OG shit to be like, nah, I ain't seen nothing. But on the flip side, you got guys on the internet that was around Diddy for 2 seconds.
3 hours and shit.
And they keep, every time something happens, they keep bringing up new stuff and more stuff and more stuff. And what happened was, I know, and we know because we've seen this shit 1,000 times in this industry. The lights get bright. The attention, they turn into attention whores. Everybody's coming to the page to see you. You got 1,700 people watching you, 2,000, 4,000, 10,000 people watching you. And it's like, damn, I got to keep this shit going.
It's a good feeling. Yeah.
So yo, shit. Oh, people hit me up for interview. They're going to pay me $3,500, $2,500, $1,500 for an interview. Oh, I got to keep this shit going. I ain't really making no bread like I used to. I'm sitting in the crib making Social Security, whatever I'm doing. So I got to keep this shit going. Yeah, I was around Diddy so I can keep this, keep the ball rolling on this. And this is what I see with a lot of these dudes out there that continuously keep on trying to tear Diddy down. Now, we don't know. He could be guilty as hell.
Yep, we said that.
He could be guilty, guilty, guilty. Or it could be a smear campaign. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. See, one thing about us is that we ain't going to switch up what we say. If you went to a video 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, we're saying the same things,
Yep.
right? It could be a smear campaign. It could be, it could be the same move that they've been doing against a lot of rich black entertainers. All of them ain't wild. All of them ain't freaks. All of them ain't doing something wild. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But all we saying is let's wait and see before we jump out the window and really, tarnish and destroy somebody's legacy when it's not even true. And it might not mean anything to you because you're sitting behind your computer, you at home, you working a job. This is entertainment to you. I get it. But that's somebody's real life. Diddy got a real family, he got real children, real people around him that depend on that man. As much stuff as he did in the past with his artists or whatever the case may be, that has nothing to do with this situation. And we shouldn't deem him guilty because of a feud that he had with some artists back in the day.
You know what bothers me? You see a lot of these interviewers that have these various people on to go ahead and just run roughshod over a story about Diddy. And maybe I'm wrong, so please, if anybody's out there, correct me if I'm wrong. But do they ever challenge or oppose the timeline in which they're talking about?
I've never seen it. I don't really watch it, but I ain't never seen it.
And I'm not saying that you got to go and be on Diddy's side and act as if this dude is lying, but where's the journalistic integrity? Where's the journalistic accountability, to go, okay, you said that Diddy did this from X amount to X amount. Well, were you even employed with Diddy from X amount to X amount? Like, where's the backtrack? Where's the due diligence and making sure you do proper research before you get somebody to come on here spewing such crazy information? Now, a lot of people may throw this in our face, and I'm going to say it right here. Yeah. We've had Jaguar right on our platform a million times. And she said some of the most crazy stuff in hip-hop. Some of it has came to fruition. Some of it hasn't. But you always listen to the interviews, and we go, Jag, how do you know? Jag, people out there think you crazy.
Yeah.
What do you say to those people that think you're lying, you weren't around, this and that? We at least do the proper thing from a journalistic perspective and ask the question.
Right.
And you could tell when people don't ask the question that their motives and their intent is to do the same thing that the real media is doing. And it's all for a check, and that's whack.
And it is, like I said, it's never a problem towards your family member, towards your son, your daughter, your uncle, your father, your grandfather, that may be going through something like this, that may be in a spotlight, that may be rich, that may be famous, and now because all it takes is that once the allegations out, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, especially if something would come out about Jay-Z right now, everybody's gonna run with it like it's truth, without nobody even being there, nobody even knowing. Case in point, they Loaded Lux, condolences. His brother was killed.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people earlier jumped out the window and said he was killed.
You about to say, bro, what?
Yeah, a lot of people jumped out. It was like, yeah, Loaded Lux got killed. I got inside information about this, and it was never killed. His brother was killed.
Condolences.
You know what I mean? Definitely. And I don't know if it was just people, but they left a comment. It was like Loaded Lux LLC or something that confirmed that on the page earlier today, that it wasn't him. It was his brother, but we need our privacy. We need your prayers. That's what they wrote on the page. But yeah, man, this whole thing, man. Again, shout out to E-Ness. It's just honorable, man. I gotta really just give them the salute for doing that, man. Really, and I wish more people would really stand. Because like, what are all other people, the Farnsworth Bentleys and all these people? Man up.
He would know.
Man up.
He would know.
This quiet shit gets me, dog. Like, if it was allegations, people saying shit against you, I'm coming out and I'm speaking out loud. Nah, that shit ain't true. F y'all. I'm not just gonna stay quiet like a little bitch and say, oh man, I don't want to mess this up. Fuck all that. That's my homie. That's my people. I'm speaking up for them.
Yep.
That's what it is. So I don't know, man. That's wild.
It goes to show you the loyalty or the disloyalty in this industry.
Right.
It just goes to show you. And no one's putting Diddy on a pedestal. Please understand.
You already know.
Please understand. This man has never signed a single check, not a penny's worth of money to give us to have any conversations. He didn't pay for these microphones, these lights. He didn't pay for our algorithms. He didn't pay for us distributing content, nothing. Never had a single conversation with this man.
Right.
But when we talk, doesn't it sound as if we've never had a single conversation with this man? You got people on here running their mouth as if they've had 10 years worth of intimate relationships with this dude, and they haven't even had a conversation with this man. So it's interesting, man. You talk about Farnsworth Bentley is the one name
Right.
that it's like, that's a trump card. Because if he came out and said some things, I'd lean across more believing that because he was around this dude.
Yeah.
If he says it's bullshit and it's a smear campaign, and yes, Diddy was weird, and he had his wild parties, but I've never seen any children in there. Maybe I've seen a man or two, and we can joke about that all day long, and we will, because people have been joking about his sexuality for decades. But is that against the law?
Why do you think Farnsworth ain't speaking?
I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I used to think they had a relationship together back in the day.
Oh man.
But I was a kid. You start growing up, you see this man has a wife, this man has a family. So let me chill on that. But
Yeah.
maybe I don't know.
We all had that perception of Farnsworth from seeing him on
Right.
Making a Band. You kind of thought like he was fruity.
Metrosexual ass nigga.
Yeah, with umbrellas and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bow ties, wild shit like that. Not to say that bow tie makes you fruity, but
Right.
it was just the way he carried himself. We kind of thought that. But again, he turned out he was married and all that.
Right.
So,
Babies and shit. So.
last thing, what do you feel about E-Ness saying, look, this is the same stuff they did to Bill Cosby, the same stuff they did to Michael, same stuff they did to et cetera, R. Kelly, et cetera. How do you feel about that last comment?
Real motherfucking statement. Real nigga statement.
Right.
And it's a statement that people are scared to death to say. You don't hear Hot 97 saying it. You don't hear the Breakfast Club saying it. You don't hear any of these big media outlets coming out and saying it. They almost run with this social media narrative that's spun. And that's even more dangerous because you're talking about millions upon millions of listeners, not only on the internet.
Right.
You got people driving and listening to the radio still that hear these allegations. People that,
you're right.
you know what I'm saying? It's just so the avenue is so big for them to spread information. And when it's misinformation, I kind of just go, damn, it was all good just a week ago with you and Diddy. It was cool when y'all was at Rock Nation brunches doing your thing. It was cool when y'all was at the crib. It was cool when he was inviting you to this party or that party. But the second some allegations come out, the silence it speaks volumes, bro. It speaks volumes. What would it be for Ebro or Charlemagne or Envy or anybody, not just them three, a Flex, anybody to go, man, I know Diddy for 20 years. Yeah, that motherfucker's a freak, but he ain't no fucking
How about
babies.
Nor, his boss? Diddy's boss.
Feel me?
Nori.
Nori.
No, yeah, Nor.
Anybody. The silence is very awkward. It's somebody making them be silent. And then it goes, and you got to go down this pipeline on how deep this goes. Now, a lot of people run around with the conspiracy theories. You got to be a conspiracy theorist in this situation because we don't have the facts. No DNA has ever been provided to confirm any of these stories. No, as much as video and all this shit that we've heard about, where have we seen any video? Where have we seen anything? We've seen some blurry pictures of some girls that may appear that they could or could not be young.
Right.
We don't fucking know.
Right.
But we've run with this as if it's truth. You remember a couple months ago when homegirl, Harriet Tubman-looking girl, came out and said she was R. Kelly and Aaliyah's fucking kid?
Yeah.
And everybody went crazy over that, believing that shit. She's on platforms and this and that. Y'all know good goddamn well that was never his child, her child. But y'all ran with it. Why? Because it gave you views. Why? Because it gave you attention. Why?
People was actually interviewing her.
Because it gave you notoriety.
That's crazy.
So we gonna act like this shit don't happen? Come on now.
And in regard to the North thing, because I'm reading comments for the last couple of weeks, people said, oh, you guys is haters. What if, how come two men can't reconcile? And that was never the issue. They can reconcile all they want. That's cool as far as Vlad and Nor.
Yeah.
The issue was that DJ Vlad lied on Farrakhan. Lord Jamar, Nor, Godfrey, all these people came out and said we ain't rocking with him until he has a apology, till he apologizes. Even after Nori said, I played the video. Mm-hmm. That's what the issue was. To date, we haven't heard the public apology from Vlad to Farrakhan. We haven't heard it. I don't give a fuck if him and Nor make up. That's one thing. And we was calling Nor out for his hypocrisy. Coming out 4 years ago, said, I ain't rocking with you, take all the videos down. Then he's back on the platform without even making him apologize.
Just keying and ha-ha.
Right. That's what we was talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's weird, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Vlad goes on that platform, and the first thing we hear is a public apology. Like, they talk behind the scenes. hey, yo, man, I want to interview. I want to let bygones be bygones, but I need you to do this thing, bro. I need you to apologize on Drink Champs to Minister Farrakhan, and we can move forward. And he does it, hypothetically.
And he doesn't.
What if he did?
Okay, if
would
he
you be
did.
cool with the interview?
I don't watch it anyway.
Right.
But I feel like it's cool. I feel like it's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
As far as what Nori,
Right.
because that's what he said out of his mouth.
Word.
I will be cool with that. Like, all right, whatever.
I agree.
I ain't sweating it anyway. But the fact that, but then you read a lot of comments. People said, Nor been suspect and all that. So I'll say the majority of people already kind of see it for what it is. A lot of people forgot about it. We brought it back to the remembrance. You know what I mean? But it's no hate. It's no jealousy or nothing like that. Let me tell you, man, we made a lot of bread. We had a lot of views. We had a lot of success in this industry. We ain't jealous of no fucking body. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Let's be clear. let's be perfectly clear. We've done a lot of great things in this game.
Right.
No one owes us anything. We don't owe anybody anything. When have we ever ran around and looked for attention? When
Right.
do you see us jumping on our Instagrams and throwing our face on there, running around with opinions? What do you see us on our Twitter? We come in here, we turn these mics on, we give y'all raw, real content, we cut these motherfuckers off, we distribute the content, and we keep it moving.
Yep.
Period. When these cameras are off, these lights are off, we embrace, we give each other love, and that's the last fucking time I'm thinking about Noriega for my entire day.
Right.
I don't
It was a subject.
care.
We knocked it out and got the fuck out of there.
And got out of here.
Right.
Vlad, fuck you. And,
Right.
and he ain't got nothing to do. I don't want to make him catch a stray because he ain't really got nothing to do with this situation in particular. But it's like people get so caught up in thinking we genuinely put energy out and caring about this. We get behind this microphone, we give you raw, real content, passionate truth to
Yep.
power. Turn these motherfuckers off and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Period.
That's it.
You know what I mean?